Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending today's Computer Literacy Group presentation. There will be 8 groups of presenters with different topics. Each presenter will have 10 minutes of speech, with approximately 7 minutes of speaking and 3 minutes question and answers and also feedbacks. This presentation is a hybrid presentation. Some of our tutors and guests are attending this presentation online, while the presenters and some of the tutors are on site. Without further ado, let's start with our first presenters, Ezra Mofu and Gloria Rumbekwan, with the project title People's Movie Preferences. Give a big applause. Take.
Well, good morning, audience, and welcome to this presentation meeting. Um, have we ever questions that does the gender really influence society's movie preferences? That's why I'm Ezra Mofu, and
Gloria Rumbekwan.
we would like to present the result of our survey that we did a couple weeks ago about society's movie preferences. And on the next slide, the aim of our studies, we want to determine how gender influence people's movie preferences. And this survey was created by using Google form and was spread via WhatsApp and Instagram. All right, let's take a look at the outline of this presentation. So there will be 7 topics that will be delivered. The first 3 topics will be delivered by me, which are personal information, frequency, and the preferences. And the last 4 topics will be delivered by my friend Kezia, which are favorite genre, platform, favorite movie, and the reason why they choose their favorite movie. All right, let's start with the first topic, personal information. In total, the response of our survey are 80 respondents, and we classified our respondents into 2 categories, which are gender and the age. And for the gender, it's apparent that 51.3% of our respondents are male, and 48.8% of our respondents are female. And for the age, it is accounted for, excuse me, it's accounted for 53.8% of our respondents are young adult or 17 to 25 years old. But for the youngest respondents are under 17, which accounted for 7.4% of our respondents are under 17. But the interesting fact is there are also uh, people that above 48 years old, which accounted for 17.5%. And on the next slide is the frequency of how often do they watch. This is the type of chart that we use. Type of question is scale 1 to 5, 1 for rare and 5 for always. And it turns out that our respondents are usually and frequently watch movie because they choose number 4 and number 3. And for number 4, it's accounted approximately for 38%, and for number 3, it's accounted 22%. On the next slide, uh, is what do they prefer to watch? And the type of questions, we have 2 options, general information, and we go to the personal information. But the first one is preferences of our respondents. In this type of questions, we provided 3 options, which are movie, series, and both. And 55% of our respondents chose both, which means they love movie and series. But for movie only, they 36.2% of our respondents choose movie, and for 8.8% of our respondents choose only series. And for the next one, and the second, we go, we want to know personal detail about our respondents. Uh, Here, the option that we provide in the survey are Marvel Cinematic Universe and K-drama. And it turns out that 65% of our respondents choose Marvel Cinematic Universe over K-drama because, if we link back to the gender, it mostly male. That's why here we can see the number of the Marvel Cinematic Universe exceed K-drama, which I often watched by female. And that's all the first three topics that I've delivered. And for the next topic will be delivered by my friend Kezia.
All right, thank you, Ezra. Now I will explain about favorite genre of our respondents. So let's begin. In this section, we give our respondents 9 different options of the genre, and we found that 70% of our respondents choose action as their favorite genre. In contrast, only half of action genre, or or 35% choose trailer as their favorite genre. And as my friend mentioned before, that it has correlation with the gender because majority of our respondents are male. That is why the percentage of action is higher rather than any gender, other genders. And in the moving to the fifth topic, we ask our respondent about what is their favorite platform that usually they use to watch movie. In this section, we provide them with 4 different types of media or platform, which are Netflix, illegal web such as LK21 and Rebahin, also cinema like CGV and XX1, and also Disney Plus. And interestingly, Disney Plus only accounted for 16.3%, while Netflix is accounted more than it, which is 41.3%. And if we link to the age of our respondents, it is true because most of our respondents are above 17. That is why they choose Netflix over the Disney Plus. And moving to the next topic, we focus on favorite movie. Unfortunately, we can't mention the favorite movie one by one. That is why we simplified it into favorite movie based on the genre. And interestingly, comedy only accounted for 6.3%, while action movie again got the highest one, which is 43.7%. And not only that, but we also asked them about why they choose that movie or why they like that movie, and it becomes their favorite one. And we found that 70% of our responding choose because they love how the story goes or the plot of the movie. And in contrast, only 6.2% choose because the actor who played in the film. If we link to the gender again, it is true because only 6.2% of female who choose the actor, while the rest choose the storyline. And to sum up, both of us agree that genre really influence society's movie preferences, including movie, genre, platform they use, interest in choose movie, and the reason why they choose movie. That's all of both of us. Thank you very much. Do you have any question and feedback?
I would like to invite Ms. Enda to give feedback or maybe any questions.
Okay. Hello, good morning, all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear my voice clearly? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
Lauren. Clear.
Okay. I couldn't hear the voice clearly. I don't know because it's maybe from the sound over there. I don't know, but I couldn't hear the voice clearly, but I can see your expression. It's really good for both of you. Um, um, your presentations really explain uh, what's included in people's movie preferences. I can see that in your presentation, but I'm sorry I couldn't hear your voice clearly. But your expression, uh, very good. Just a little bit filler from Gloria, but that's okay. Overall, your presentations are good. You nail it. Thank you for Tisa.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you, Miss. Bapak Jimmy Wanma, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Would you like to give feedback or maybe any questions to the presenters? Thank you.
Maybe just comment, but before I make a comment, would you close the slide, please? Yeah. Okay. Um, okay. First of all, I I think you guys deliver your presentation very good. The pronunciation and then the way you make your point. I mean, you want the listener, you want the viewer catch the main point. You give the point. I mean, I can understand everything that you've said, and then from this, I think you guys have better understanding or even very good understanding about what you guys working on. And for me, uh, the slide is, if I may comment about the slide, I think your slide presentation is very good. And then I love the simple slide presentation because I need to focus on what you want to say, not the pictures or something to bother me to see when you're presenting something. I don't want to see something like moving on or something like, or color or whatever it is. But for me, because I have my background in education, I'm a lecturer, so I keep the presentation simple because for me, the important thing is the point that you want to give to the people, not the picture or whatever it is. But yeah, for me, the presentation is very good. And then your pronunciation, your point and everything, I can catch really, really good. And then, yeah, you speak very clear. And then what else? You guys, yeah. I think the topic also very interesting. And then, yeah, for me, from the research you have done and then from the way you're presenting your data, the way you're presenting you deliver your presentation and everything is for me is very, very good. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. Tisa, come back to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Papa Jimmy. Do we have feedback or questions from the assessors from Sagu team?
Hi. Hello. Can you guys hear
Hi.
me?
Yes.
So for me, I really like the presentation. The design itself is very simple, just like what Bapa Jimmy said. It was easy to follow, and you guys both maintain your fluency very well. So good for you guys. I have a question about the background of your questionnaire or your survey. So how many respondent? Can you just repeat how many responded? And can you tell me where did you share the questionnaire to, or which background are the respondents?
Thank you for the questions, Miss Dina.
Um, so the total respondents are 80 respondents. Uh, and the background of the respondents is mostly student, uh, people that work, or even university student. And in the respondent, we got that they're also elder, because in the age options they chose above 40.
Yeah, and for people who work, we got from my mom's colleague, which is teacher also, and yeah, that's why most of them are above 40 are teacher.
Nice, thank you. So a mixture between students and also from teachers. Okay, right, thank you. Last question is, what's your favorite preference?
To me, I really like uh, yes, but personally, I really love Marvel Cinematic Universe types movies. For example, the Black Panther.
For me, I also like MCU, but my favorite movie is 500 Days of Summer.
500 days summer. Okay. All right. Thank you, you two.
Gina.
Okay, Heavenly, before you take over, I'm not gonna comment because my comment from me is pretty much the same as what Miss Enda, Papa Jimmy, and Miss Dina had. Um, I really like that you are confident when you do presentation and you know your data, and delivery is really good. So thank you. Job well done, guys. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Miss.
Tisha.
All right, guys, give applause to their awesome presentation.